Hey, what's up everyone? I'm Reactor and this is Quinn, and today's video comes from unenvironment.org.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, it's titled Air Pollution Linked to Huge Reduction in Intelligence. I really doubt that. Unless they're huffing glue pollution.
Maybe it depends on what city you're in, like what kind of chemicals are coming out of what buildings and places where they are.
Air pollution linked to reduction in intelligence? No, that's not how intelligence works.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm positive.
Because I'm pretty sure if you inhale like really bad chemicals from a factory next door to your house all day, and it's like maybe it's got some poisons in it and stuff, it could kill some brain cells.
Okay, well then why are they calling it air pollution? That's called gaseous poison by your house.
I mean, like, I have been in cities before where they closed the city down because they're like, air pollution, scare, stay inside. And it was like all yellow and dark outside because of it.
If it is the way you're saying it is, then yeah, obviously inhaling solvents is going to reduce your intelligence.
I just want to say that I went outside and I rode my bicycle in that storm so I could go and get groceries and stuff, and I didn't lose any IQ, I don't think.
That's not pollution. What do you mean?
Well, I went out in a pollution warning before.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I mean, I was fine.
You went out in a pollution... There are pollution warnings?
There was, yeah.
Air pollution can have a huge negative effect on cognitive intelligence, especially amongst older men, according to a study released this past August. Still don't buy it. The research is one of the first of its kind to focus on the links between air pollution and cognition in older people. It was undertaken by scientists at Peking University in Beijing, China, and Yale University in the U.S., and was published in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences Journal. In particular, it found that long-term exposure to air pollution may impede overall cognitive performance.
I know China's air is bad, or some of it in the cities is like way worse than the United States. So, and I see people there like wearing like surgical masks to like protect their mouth and face. I even see people doing that here. I'll see people in cities doing that. So somebody believes that it is dangerous to breathe that air.
Well, it is bad to breathe the air, obviously, and
right.
Yes, again, I guess obviously, living in Beijing or wherever that in China where they have all that. Is it Hong Kong or where they have that cloud of pollution always?
Yeah, right.
Like, obviously, yeah, that's gonna mess with your cognitive functioning, but that's not something you need to do. I can just point to some dude huffing paint out of a Pepsi can
You've seen that?
Well, I'm like cops.
Oh, yeah.
But like, yeah, inhaling shit can make you,
I mean, that's the difference between like directly taking it from like the can.
I mean, that's what they're talking about. They're talking about breathing in. Breathing bad shit in is gonna what?
I get what you're saying. I mean, if you already live in a city where you're inhaling a bunch of toxic fumes, don't huff spray
No, I'm
paint
saying,
cans.
why did they do a study to find out that huffing things makes you stupid? I mean, haven't we already figured that out?
I don't really think wearing a surgical mask in the city with the bad chemicals helps very much either.
No,
you probably need like a gas mask or something.
I don't think they wear surgical masks for pollution. They wear them to not get sick because China's a cesspool of disease, as far as I know.
It seems like gas masks
might
actually be a pretty good idea.
There's so many people that they just constantly sharing bacteria, and that's why they walk around with masks.
Oh.
The researchers' sample set included a panel of 25,000 people across 162 randomly chosen counties in China. The study was also based on daily readings for 3 atmospheric pollutants, namely sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, and particulate matter smaller than 10 micrometers, where the participants lived. The research found that the cumulative exposure to air pollution impedes cognitive performance in verbal and math tests. It found that as people age, the negative effect becomes particularly pronounced on verbal scores, especially for men, while the gender gap is particularly large for the less educated. Especially for men? Oh, so you're saying that air pollution is sexist and it only impairs the function of men? No, that's not science.
Maybe they needed to do an alternative study to the same people that showed how many of those people actually read.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
because maybe it was just that most of the men didn't enjoy reading as much as,
This is Crazy stuff. This isn't science. The scientists conclude that the damage on the aging brain by air pollution likely imposes substantial health and economic costs, considering that cognitive functioning is critical for the elderly for both running daily errands and making high-stake decisions. Given this damaging effect of air pollution on cognition, particularly on the aging brain, the study implies that the indirect effect on social welfare could be much larger than previously thought. So, okay, they did a study and found that old people have cognitive impairment. Okay, that's pretty normal as far as I know.
I feel like they've been finding that for some time now.
Yeah.
There's
like your brain ages too.
a lot of reasons why people have.
If someone's body looks old, that means their brain's old in there too.
I mean, it's pretty much one of the few things you can say, no, it's not that old. I may look old, but but really it is.
Well, my brain's only
your brain's really
15 years old.
And you're losing brain cells just by breathing in the air. It's scary.
Polluted air can cause everyone to reduce their level of education by 1 year, which is huge. What? You can measure education in years?
You can measure education by levels of pollution.
What?
In a body.
Yeah, this is not science.
You're extremely polluted. You're a third grader.
Okay, by 1 year, which is huge. Yale School of Public Health's Professor Shi Chen, one of the report's authors, said in an interview published in The Guardian.
If you pollute your body with like Twinkies and like really bad food and just terrible food,
yeah, right?
Are you becoming like a first grader the more of that you eat?
Yeah.
They're like, hey, kindergartner.
There's same chemicals in food, right?
I think, yeah.
The study also suggests that air pollution increases the risk of degenerative diseases such as Alzheimer's and other forms of dementia. Air pollution is a significant threat to public health, and this study highlights the negative effect that such pollution may have on the aging brain. Is that how you spell aging?
I'm pretty sure there's no E in it.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong. I don't write that word a lot. It's a bad word.
Yeah. Said Soraya Smaun, air quality coordinator at UN Environment. Maybe that's how you spell it in Britain. I don't know. Because they spell everything wrong. A better understanding of the critical links between air pollution and health for policies and investments supporting cleaner transport and power generation, as well as energy-efficient housing and municipal waste management, can reduce key sources of outdoor air pollution. According to the World Health Organization, 7 million people die each year from exposure to polluted air, both indoor and outdoor. The three biggest killers which are associated to air pollution are stroke, heart disease is pollution? That's sugar. And lung disease and cancer. Okay, stroke? That's
yeah. I mean, I can see lung disease being bad.
Yeah,
you're breathing in lots of
heart disease is from eating sugar.
I'm pretty sure you can get heart disease from genetically.
No.
Right?
No, it's about what you eat.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
I mean, I know some people are born with bad hearts, so.
Yeah, that's not heart disease though. There's all kinds of ailments.
There's
for
kind of
hearts.
funky things you can get.
Well, I mean, hearts can have all kinds of problems. Yeah. The World Health Organization's air quality database shows that 97. Why do they keep saying that? Ugh. 97% of cities in low and middle income countries with more than 100,000 inhabitants do not meet air quality guidelines presently. However, the percentage is much lower in higher income countries, 40%.
That's just because those people are so tightly packed together and there's so many vehicles and stuff. They're going to breathe in, because they're just close together.
They have a lot of people.
You can't help it.
What is being done about air pollution? A worldwide movement to address air pollution is gradually taking shape and growing. Breathe Life, a global campaign headed by the Climate and Clean Air Coalition, the World Health Organization, and UN Environment, is supporting a range of cleaner air initiatives that cover 39 cities, regions, and countries, reaching over 80 million people. Most major cities are still struggling to keep air pollution within acceptable levels as set out by the World Health Organization guidelines. However, by instituting policies and programs to reduce transport and energy emissions, and by encouraging the use of clean energy, cities are leading change and improving the lives of a large number of people. In 2018, the World Health Organization found that more than 57% of cities in the Americas and more than 61% of cities in Europe had seen a fall in both PM10 and PM2.5 particulate matter between 2010 and 2016. The rise of renewable energy is also ideally positioned to make a big difference. with investment in new renewable sources outstripping fossil fuel investment every year. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So is that the end?
I agree with what they're saying here.
How air pollution impacts the body.
I do believe that some of the air is polluted out by where I've lived in cities, definitely. Sometimes you can kind of see it, like a hazy, smoggy fog, and they're like, it's supposed to be clear, but there's pollution in the air. And like I said, there's been like warnings where you can't even go outside because it's so polluted out. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. This looks like they're trying to help people. They're breathing in bad stuff, good stuff.
Are they trying to help people?
I don't know. Trying to warn people that the air's bad.
So, hey guys, if you huff stuff, it'll give you brain damage. If you breathe in chemicals, it gives you brain damage. Like, yeah, no shit.
Right.
I really don't understand why they do studies on things that are obvious. Like, this is serious. Come on, this is obvious, isn't it?
I mean, you don't know how the things you can't see. It's like you really don't know how bad they are until someone who's researching it really points it out.
So not only is this outcome obvious, yes, breathing in chemicals can impair your intelligence, but they also, like, I don't understand why they even did the study.
I think it's just all in part to like try to clean the air better so that people have less strokes and heart attacks.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I have nothing else to say about this. I just hate when science pretends to be science. I hate when, they this isn't science. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Let us know what you thought about it in the comments. And if you wouldn't mind, check out our Patreon link in the description. And anything helps. We appreciate everything that anyone can do to help us. But we'll see you in the next video.